All right, what's up, YouTube? Drum Master Yugioh here at the Louisville KY Regional with the first place deck profile. What's your name and what'd you play?
Name is Michael Cole. I go by Alex, and I'm playing Synchro, Eldlich, Dogma, Brave, File. There's a lot more to it, but Synchro Eldlich is the main idea.
First place at the Louisville through the Decades Regional. Won the prize card that was also involved. Sick new mat. Deck box.
Oh yeah, deck box over here. Yeah. Kind of nice.
Yeah. All right. Any shout outs before we get this started?
Well, all TTD, it's funny, like this is my home store, the regional's here, so kind of
right.
fits.
Right.
Yeah, and all my friends, family, everybody.
All right.
That's all
right, let's get into it.
All right, here we go. This is a wild ride, so get ready. We got 3 Plague Spreader Zombie. So essentially this card and this next card, Sangin, are both 1 card Halka-Fibrax Dagna Scythelok. So with Sangin, well, actually, with both of them, you just normal them. If you normal Sangan, it's a little better because you get to add Arborea to your hand and then just special it, and then you go Hulk, Jet Synchron, which they should never have unbanned, but they did. This card you have to use 1 card from your hand, and sometimes that hurts because you have a lot of good cards that you would rather not put on the top of your deck. So that is the Sangan. This is the main Synchro package. We'll get further into it. I don't know why they unbanned this card. This card is actually crazy.
Yeah.
The amount of games that just having this in rotation won me, it's just really kind of an unfair card. Being able to go to Link 2 for free off 1 card is crazy. So especially if you're playing Eldlich cards. Then we got the Brave package. So we played 2 Fateful, 1 Griffin. I think 1 Griffin standard, 2 Faithful's not. But like when you're playing 60 cards, this is a 60 card deck, you want to have one for when they either ogre you or you have to use it for souls. It's really nice to send off souls knowing that you can just get another one. So we got 2 Fateful Adventure. We got 3 right, standard. Brave Engine's really good. However, it looks like it's kind of fallen out of favor because I only played against the Brave Engine 1 time, or 2 times, both in the last 2 rounds though. So that probably says something. 1 Draco back, standard, nothing crazy there. 3 Water Enchantress. So I actually play Artemis the Magistus Moon Maiden to normal summon this card sometimes since I play Dogma cards. It's pretty funny, but it's actually really good. But yeah, she's just a crack card. Good thing the ban listing hit her. And then this card, the new card that just came out, Illegal Knight. It only really came out, I got it in 2 games, and it was hard drawing. This card you kind of want to hard draw. It literally ended me a game. He flipped a Floodgate, and then I just used this, chained it, gave it to him. It was Rivalry. Like, this deck can't play through Rivalry because you have every type in the game. So I just went ahead, Illegal Knight, bounced his Floodgates, and then killed him. Next up, we got the Dogma package, just my favorite cards. 2 Nadir, 3 Ecclesia, 1 Fleur, and 1 Punishment. If this is the last card in your hand, you're going to win the game. Because these cards push for so much damage, and especially Nadir, Servant, sending Intus is just very powerful. So we got those. And then we got the Golden Lord package. This guy loves to see my hand. 2 Golden Lord. I think that's pretty standard for the most part. We got 3 Eldland, 3 Conquistador, 1 Golden Land Forever, 1 Aquero, and 3 Sanguines.
Golden Land Forever is kind of spicy.
Golden Land Forever is a little bit spicy. This card actually was the card that won me games because when they drop with you and you flip Golden Land Forever, you win. Because you just side block them. Honestly, this deck's better than Cyberse Eldlich in my opinion because you can actually use the Golden Lords that you draw as pitches for Jet Synchron. And if you draw like Cursed Eldland and a Golden Lord, your board is actually just completely unbreakable. Like you end on the Golden Land Forever, Golden Lord, Cyclock, you go into Baron de Fleur, and then you have the Dogma cards as follow-up and the Brave Engine. It's just outrageous. Then you got the Hand Trap lineup, which is cool because you can use Souls and one of these to go full combo as well. So 3 Ghost Bell and Haunted Mansion, 3 Ogre. I sided Ogre out a lot. I wish I didn't play this card, honestly. It only really hits the Brave Engine right now, and some field spells. Therion field spell it's good against, that's about it. And then last but not least for hand traps, we got 3 Ash Blossom and Joy Spring. This is the best hand trap in the game. It literally beat, every time I played Branded, I'd activate this card, they'd pass their turn. Last but not least, Effect Veiler. You have to play 1 because you can Hulk it going second, and then you can go straight into Selene, and then you just, this deck OTKs for free. You got 2 Magician Souls. This card is extremely strong. You got the 2 Illusion of Chaos with it. So if you have a hand trap in this card and you didn't draw a Sangan or Plague Spreader, you can just special one of these, normal to hand trap, go full combo. If you have the Brave Engine, it's gonna resolve. this card also, I mean, I would draw 2 every time. And when you send Cursed Eldland and like Sanguine, the advantage is actually insane.
Yeah, I believe it.
Like, I did that way too many times today, and it just puts you so far ahead. We got the 1 Foolish Burial. It's the Brave Engine. It's Golden Lord. You gotta play it. 1 Called by the Grave. Stops hand traps. I drew it 1 time, and I pitched off Golden Lord. Didn't really come up. I think it would though. This card actually surprisingly underperformed, but it did come up in the last game of the day. I actually didn't draw this till the last game of the day, but you can literally pitch all your cards, and it doesn't matter because you just do stuff in graveyard. So that's pretty free. And then last but not least, the fun cards. We got the Scythe and the Lancia. Yeah, so you can just base. So the cool thing about the Howk lock is that you have to wait for your opponent to do something to actually go into the lock with Dagda. So you know what they're playing, so you can tune out either of these just based on what they normal summon or what card they activate, which is very powerful. That's the main deck at a crisp 60. We'll go into the.
Thought we got rid of those decks, man.
Yeah, well, yeah, you thought we did, but they're still here. They're still powerful, apparently.
Yeah.
So we got the extra deck. Honestly, pretty much all these cards come up all the time. I need a Link Spider, but we got Artemis the Magistus Moon Maiden. Normally, Water Enchantress and going into this when you have Ecclesia in hand is so powerful. And it does 800 more damage than you would have done anyway. Link Kuriboh. This is for the Jet Synchron line, pretty standard. Use Jet Synchron, send Spray for this, and then special summon it again. Mirage is your combo starter. Use Arborea and Tangan. These are the most cracked cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Both these Charmers just going second win you the game immediately. So you'll side block them, and then you'll go into these, and you'll access code them with Baron, and that's game. That's 8,300 damage, and it's like 4 pops. We've got the 1 Dagda, the 1 Howk. I should have banned this card. I don't know why they didn't ban this card, because it being at 1 doesn't do anything. So Howk Vibrax is just extremely strong. It's like OTK going second and going first at side block, and this card is just part of the combo.
Yep.
We got 1 Celine, the Queen of the Master Magicians. This card is so strong, it's actually outrageous. It's just you get to make access code for basically 1 less material. And you play so many spellcasters in the main deck that it's just so good. We got the Nightmare Unicorn. I only made this card 1 time, it really didn't come up because I was using this line, but I could see situations where this would be usable. And then last but not least, access code. This card is so strong. It won me every game that I won going second was because of this card, and going first, really. It fits with the Charmers so well. Then you got the actual lock itself, TG, Wonder Magician, and Baron de Fleur. So TG, you summon off of Howk, you pop your Scythe because you chain Dagda, and then you immediately sync them into Baron de Fleur. So you get a negate and their Scythe locked, and you get a pop. Totally unfair. This is the spiciest card in the extra deck right here. This actually was the reason that I came in first, because I tied in the last round. And I made this card because he was holding a negate for the access before the access code, because he knew I was going to go into Celine or Nightmare Unicorn. So instead, the actual Howk combo, so you normal Sangan, you summon the Arborea, that combo with the Jet Synchron makes a Link 4, and if you use one of your opponent's monsters, it makes this. So going second, if they have a bunch of negates, you just make this card, you negate their whole board, and then you just do Brave or whatever you need to do. Okay. And then last but not least, the only 2 Nadir targets, we got Titanic Cloud. I actually never sent this card. This card came up once. You just use it for Nadir. That's their only purpose. They're both pretty good. And then the side deck, which honestly was pretty underwhelming, if I'm being real. I don't think I drew any of these cards, except I think I drew Sanctum once, but I'll pull them out real quick. We got side here, 3 evenly match. The theory for this card's great. I just didn't draw it when I needed it. It literally is the best card against Despia, because they don't make negates. So you just destroy their whole board, and then go in the rest of the turn you kill. That card's really good. And then we got Gamma. And this is another reason. I only drew this 1 time, but it was against Flunder, and he was digging for the trap card. And he didn't get to it, and he normal Rabina. I activated Gamma, and he passed his turn, and I killed him. So this card came in real clutch. Anti-Spell, this card's an FTK right now. I never drew it, so it didn't come up, but you just flip this card going first. It stops the Brave Engine, it stops Branded, it stops literally every deck. It stops even the new Therion deck. It stops the Field Spell, and it stops the Brave Engine in that deck. The card's really good, just wish I drew it more. 1 Judgment, this could really be anything. I didn't draw it, I put it in sometimes.
Fair.
3 Artifact Sanctum. This card's really good when you're getting hand trapped. So you just set this anyway. They Ghost Ogre your Howk or really anything. You just flip this card and you Scythe lock them anyway. Came up 1 time and won me the game. And then last but not least, the new unbanned card, Change of Hearts. I never drew it. It never came up. I cited it.
Didn't they learn the lesson with Snatch Seal?
Didn't they learn? I swear. This card's really good too,
Yeah.
in theory. But
Yeah.
yeah, that is the list.
All right. Well, congratulations on first place, and thank you very much for the deck profile.
Thank you for having me.